Greetings. In this video, I wanted to show you a little bit about the very exciting ServMan shopping cart. It's designed to allow your technicians, salespeople, comfort master folk, whoever, in order to actually price and review information directly while sitting in front of the client. We're finding some people, their technicians prefer using it even when they're just detailing their tickets. To access this, number one, you need to make sure that you have the correct version. You have everything turned on. Contact support, they'll help you with that. But if you look here, I'm on an order. So remember where we are. I'm actually sitting here on a ticket, page one. And up across the top, you see this button called a cart. When I click on this, it opens up a shopping cart. Now, whatever is in my detail would automatically be showing up in here. This does support print flags, by the way, so items that have a print flag of no are not going to be displayed in here. Now, I'm going to go in, I'm going to say add, and it's going to bring up a search screen. I can have my bundles. These could be system options that we're selling, and I can select, if I click on any one of them, when I pull it up, you'll notice that we have images, and I can have any number of images that are associated with an item. I'm using my finger to slide here. This is why you're not seeing it. I'm going to scroll up. I have my quantity, as you can see, my price. I can, if security allows me to see that price, if it's a flat rate item, I can click and I can actually change which price I'm going to use here. Now there is actually a setting in the cart that determines whether or not pricing is even going to be displayed in the shopping cart when doing these searches. And if that is turned off, what happens is you'll see that you don't see any prices in here, but you can go through the specs and the various things with the client and then build out everything they want. And then you're going to review pricing as a grand total in the shopping cart, something that folks have obviously requested. But you notice down here at the bottom, I see similar items. And these similar items would basically be my other kind of good, better, best options. You can have any number of similar items. I'm going to go ahead and back out of here and go back to my list. I think I had, let's see, let's grab this guy here. And I wanted to show where I had accessory items in here. Go click on it. There, open it up. Again, any number of pictures or images. And down here in the bottom, you notice I have similar and I have accessory items. I'll show you where that's set up in the ServMan side here in a little bit. But hopefully you get the idea just by looking at this. I'm going to go ahead and add that item to the cart. Now I can continue shopping, or I can view the cart. I'm going to go ahead and continue shopping. And I'm now going to go back up. Go back to the list that I was looking at. I'll just keep backing out this time, and I'm going to go into flat rates, and I have a few thermostats and some other things set up in here. I'm going to grab a digital programmable thermostat, and again, I've got my thermostat in here with my pictures. You can have any number of images, and this is, I'll show you what people are doing, is they're doing things like this. So, hey, this is what we're going to do. We're going to remove and recycle the old equipment, install this. We're going to program it to your requirements, demonstrate the operation of the equipment to you, 5-year parts and labor warranties included. Things like this where you're basically scripting your technicians a little bit better. Again, we come down here. Excuse me, and I have my price, and I could change that, and I have my similar items. I'm going to go ahead and add this item to my cart. Now back here on the cart, you'll notice again, I have the 2 items that I had selected. Again, from here, from in the cart, I can click open back up, back to that screen, so I can review with the customer the items that we've got in the cart, and I can kind of handle it like that. But you also notice over here it says you could save $390. You could save $25 on this item. Now, how would I save that? That would be if they bought a maintenance agreement. If they had a maintenance agreement, it would go on there. And to kind of demonstrate that, if I were to change the price on this, this would say you saved $396 or you saved $25 if I had chosen the preferred 1 or preferred 2 pricing out of their flat rate catalog. So that's kind of cool. If you look up here across at the top, you'll notice that there's a banner, ask me how I can earn $20. These banners can be as big or whatever as you're looking at. I say there are some constraints, obviously. But they're made again to use to kind of prompt the customer. And the example I'm giving here is maybe where we give a $20 referral fee if they can give us a referral right there when we're sitting in front of them. Now, whatever I have put on this item at this point in time, if I go back, if I hit the home button, I'm back into ServMan. You'll notice I hit the traditional screen here. Here are my items. Everything's detailed onto that ticket. So whether I put an item in over here, by the traditional way that we always have, just by adding the item here, or if I put them onto the cart, they all go to the same place. Everything's the same. So the same thing after that, when I'm checking out with the customer, I'm coming in here, I'm grabbing their payments, the deposits. This works with quotes. It works with all of the same kind of traditional things that we're doing with ServMan in general. I hope you find that interesting. Talk to your project manager if you're interested in getting this deployed at your building. Now, let me take a moment here and I'll show you what's going on at the back office. Okay, looking at our items, I've opened up an item record for one of the thermostats that we were looking at. We see everything's traditional here. My descriptions, these particular items are actually set up as flat rates. So I've got my preferred pricing set up here. But you'll notice here you have the linked items tab if you've been wondering what this is. Anything that's in a similar are going to be again, the options. I would take this or this or this, that kind of thing. You can have any number of items listed in here. Accessories are going to be in addition to. So down here, I can go in, just add an accessory item and basically take any item that's in my database, put it over. It's going to show up as an accessory. So that's how those things work. I'm going to remove this, clean up after myself. Now images, if you hit the image button right here, you say manage images. And that pulls up a little screen like this. And remember those two images that we had going on in there? That's where they're coming from. You can have any number of images. They all sync down. One of the really kind of cool things built into mobile is remember that ServMan Mobile will operate disconnected from the office. On the images, if you've done a sync and you've got those items down there, those images will just come down one time. It's not trying to pull them down every time. If the image is never loaded up before, when they open that item, it will go up, and it does require that link in order to get that image down. But what it'll do is it'll pull it down, but then it caches it on the local device, and it actually stays there until you do a complete kind of a clean start over synchronization. I hope that helps you, and I hope that you're excited and you want to use this thing. I know that we're excited about it. We've been getting a lot of great feedback on it. Thank you.